Welcome back, Year 2, to our maths lesson. We're going to continue looking at fractions, but today we're going to look at partitioning of numbers. So finding halves and quarters of small numbers. Now, halves of small numbers. There are 6 macaroons. Tom and Rita get half the number of macaroons each. So we're going to divide it between them. How many macaroons does each of them have? Now we could start with giving 1 to Tom, 1 to Rita, 1 to Tom, 1 to Rita, but this is going to take time. We can see that if we cut it in the middle, they would get 3 each. Now if Tom and Rita took 1 each from the 6, there are 4 macaroons left. So then we can continue to give 1 macaroon to each Tom and Rita until there are no more macaroons. There are 3 macaroons in each group. So notice that 1/2 of 6 is 3. So each of them get 3 macaroons, or 6 divided by 2. Easy, right? Now, to find out what the half of 12 is, if we don't already know, which I'm sure we do, we could get a group of 12 objects and just divide them, 1 onto each side, until there's nothing left. Or we could just say 12 divided by 2, which would give us 6, right? Take a look at the bottom question. There are 14 stars and they've been divided in half. How many are there? You ready? 7. So 2 times 7 makes 14, or we could say 14 divided by 2 makes 7. Now quarters of small numbers. This one's a little bit more tricky. So Smarty has 8 pinwheels. He gives 1/4 of the total number of pinwheels to each of his 4 friends. How many pinwheels does each friend get? So always remember, the quarters will be divided into 4 groups. So there are 8 of them and 4 friends. So each friend gets 2. So again, we want to look at quarter of 20. So that means we need to cut it into 4 groups. Remember, quarters are by 4s. So 20 divided by 4. We get 5 in each group. 5, 10, 15, 20. Now if we're unsure, we could again get 20 objects or draw 20 lines and divide it that way. So what's 1/4 of 16? Take a look at the bottom. 4. It's divided into 4 pieces with 4 in each. So let's take a look at the next one together. How many candies are there in each box? So box A, there are 10 candies, so half it. And to make it that bit easier, it's already been done for you. There are 5. 2 5s make 10. So the box next to them, there are 18 candies. So let's divide them. It's been done for you. Just count. There are 9. So question 1 was about halves. Now we're going to look at quarters. How many stickers are there in each quarter? So A has been chopped into 4 quarters. How many stickers are there in each quarter? 1. Easy. Question B. There are 12 stickers and they've been cut into quarters, into 4 groups. How many in each group? 3. Now, question 3, a little bit tricky, so go with me. 20 bees are flying in a group. 1/2 of the number of bees then leaves the group to return to the beehive. 1/4 of the original number, so 20, bees also leave the group to rest on some flowers. Question A. How many bees return to the beehive? So half of 20 is 10. How many bees leave the group to rest on some flowers? Remember, it said 1/4 of the original number, so 20. 20 divided into 4 quarters. We saw it with the paper cranes. The answer is 5. Let's take a look at this worksheet. So it says, circle to show half of each set of objects, then fill in the blanks. I've just drawn a line between them to make it tidier. So 1/2 of 2. I'm going to draw my line down the middle. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Question B. 1/2 of 4. 2. 1/2 of 8 for question C is 4. Question D. 1/2 of 14 is 7. Question E. 1/2 of 16 is 8. Now last one, F. 1/2 of 20 is 10. Now I hope it's becoming quite clear to you all the different ways that we can show our fractions. If you're still unsure, don't worry, because we're going to continue fractions in our next lesson. Until then, Year 2, take care and I'll see you soon.